But what is certain for now is the country's oil supply has received a boost after several shipments arrived this week. President Bongbong Marcos himself assured that this has extended Philippine supply until June 30 this year. But the government, he said, will not stop there.
Patuloy pa rin ang ating paghahanap ng supply, patuloy pa rin ang ating pagsuporta sa ating mga commuter para naman mabawasan ang bigat ng epekto nitong nagkakagulo sa Middle East.
The chief executive gave this assurance on the sidelines of the opening of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Expressway westbound off-ramp project. Mr. Marcos said he and San Miguel Corporation Chairman Ramon Ang have also discussed fuel importation to support domestic supply. Ang's Petron Corporation currently operates the country's lone oil refinery.
In terms of crude oil supply, dahil pinapasok nila ang crude oil para i-refine dito, iba ang presyuhan kapag nagpasok tayo ng crudo mismo, ng diesel. Mas mahal yung magpapasok ka ng refined na diesel na.
Ang said Petron will continue to cooperate with government's efforts to ease the public's burden amid rising fuel prices. He even expressed willingness to sell his oil company back to the state.
I promise the public we will not take advantage on this fuel crisis. Hindi kami kikita ng mahigit pa sa normal. And I'm willing to even lower the income. Baliwalain sa akin income. In fact, sabi ko nga kung gusto ng gobyerno, pwede nga ng gobyerno bilhin yung Petron sa akin kung tingin nila, mas magaling sila magpatakbo di ba? So, in short, you have my 100% cooperation na tutulungan yung mga kababayan natin.
Ang is willing to step aside and let the government take over in the name of national interest. If Petron does go back to government control, the state could use it as a buffer against high fuel prices and volatility in the international market. An edge in today's deregulated oil industry, as this will allow the Marcos administration to directly influence supply and prices. Just like what senators raised in a Senate hearing on Friday, March 27, particularly the rapid surge in fuel pricing since the Middle East conflict erupted.
Wala pang pagtaas ng mga binili, pero tinataas at sinisingil na sa consumers. Hindi naman po tayo insurer ng risk ng mga pribadong kumpanya. I just feel it's unfair kasi binili naman yon sa regular na presyo, hindi naman sa panahon ng krisis nung mataas na.
Oil firms that were present tried to explain the circumstances behind their prices.
This replacement costing is the standard practice for all commodity products around the world. We may imagine if we are the gold seller. We bought the gold last week at $100. Today the gold is $150. What will happen if I sell it at $100? If I sell at $100, which is the acquisition cost of last week, will I have the cash flow to buy the inventory in order to continue the business? I may not.
But senators expressed disbelief over this practice.
3 billion per day ang kinikita nila amidst the sufferings of our people, of the level of consumption month per month of diesel and gasoline. So did the DOE check this? How far did you monitor this?
Pero dahil nga deregulated, ang problema, hindi nakikita ng DOE kung magkano yung presyong ibinili ng oil company. Nakatago yan hindi talaga nila pinapakita yan.
As fuel pricing remains a mystery after the oil deregulation law, the Senate is reviewing a potential unbundling of the retail price of petroleum products. Senators are also urging the government to implement a windfall tax to address possible corporate profiteering.